Hey guys, right, just wanted to do a quick sort of overview of my 5070 Ti that I got hold of from overclockers.co.uk. We're just going to discuss whether I'm happy with it and just sort of go over the main issue I think that I've got with it really. So if we open up Tech Power Up and have a look at the card, so we've got, as you can see, GeForce RTX 5070 Ti. It's the MSI version, so it's actually the MSI Inspire OC Plus. Um, so it's a really small form factor. I tried to get it as the 5080, but obviously they all sold out instantly. And when I was trying to get a 5070, everything else was selling out really fast. But I managed to get hold of this. So yeah, I'm relatively pleased with it. The only problem I've got with it, as we'll discuss, is the power limit. So if we open up Afterburner, we can see here it's very small for some reason. That the power limit can only go up to 100%. There's no headroom for increasing the power limit. So the TDP on this is 300 watts. And with a slight overclock. So as you can see, I've just put the memory up to 1000 and the core increased by 200. And it constantly hits its power limit. We'll just do some live benchmarks. Obviously, I'm screen sharing at the same time, so obviously it's going to affect the score a little bit, but we can go into my results and have a look what I previously got. I have overclocked it further when it's been a lot colder. So if you with these cards, if you can get it as cold as possible, it uses a different temperature profile for the voltage. So obviously less voltage means less power, more frequency overhead. So I did actually put the whole computer outside. It was like, I don't know, 8 to 10 degrees with the fans on full. And you'll see in a minute the score that we got. So let's just open up 3D Mark and we'll do a couple of runs. Now I've also got a 4080 Super, and there's very little in it, to be honest, between this 5070 Ti and the 4080 Super. They're very, very close. And in some sort of workloads, the 5070 Ti is quicker, um, but it uses less power, which is good. My 4080 Super with a slight overclock is sort of hitting quite frequently, sort of 350 watts, um, whereas this is obviously capped at 300. So let's have a look at the. This is not a new computer actually. We should talk about the actual system. So it's a 2-year-old, is it now? The 5800X AMD Ryzen 7. Again, slight overclock. It's running at sort of near enough 4.9 gig on light load scenarios. So that'll be like your gaming scenarios and stuff. And then it's just got DDR4 32 gig kit. Nothing really special about it. Not, you know, I can't really, I can only get it for some reason. I don't know if it's the chip or the memory, but cannot get it to run any more than 3200. So I've tightened the timings as much as I can without increasing the voltage too silly. But yeah, but like I say, this system, this 5070 Ti seems to work quite well in this system with this old processor. Obviously, there's nothing really wrong with the processor. It's still a good, solid gaming CPU. And talking about the 4080 system that I've got, the 4080 Super, that's a newer Ryzen 7700, running about 5.4 gig. And like I say, in benchmarks, the 5070 Ti is on its heels in some scenarios and surpassing it in others. So yeah, so we got this here. Obviously, this is being rendered at 4K and then it's being down sampled or to the 1440p for the YouTube. But you can see 63, 64 frames a second. Now, my best score on the 4080 Super is around 6950. And I think the best score with the 5070 Ti running 100% fans at sort of 10-degree ambient is about 6900, so like pretty much. But we'll have a look. So this is nearly finished. Let's have a look at the score. What's it gonna be? Yeah, so 6417. Obviously, it's going to be lower because obviously I've got the OBS running in the that's also using the hardware. So so yeah, let's compare to results online. We'll just have a look what previous settings I've got. So Steel Nomad, so you'll see my other system here. So yeah, you'll see what Port Royal scores. That's the best Port Royal score I've got. It's 20,412. These are all verified scores. There you go. That's the best Steel Nomad. So if we go into the details of this is the one where I had it outside 10 degrees. So if we see the result, I always get lost in this. How do you see the temperatures? Or do you lose that information? Well, you can see the average temperature there is 47. So, you not see the results? Maybe not. Oh, it doesn't matter. Not to worry. But yeah, so that was the best score anyway. I should have looked at the average clock speed, shouldn't I really? Clock frequency 3075, average clock 3044. So that's really strong. So like I say, that was it was a run. The ambient temperature was 10 degrees, and it didn't really get above 50 degrees, I don't think. With the fan set to 100%. So yeah, I think that's pretty good. So looking at the 4080 Super system that I've got, so here you go, AMD 7700, it's not even the X, but I don't think that makes any difference. RTX 4080 Super, it's nothing special, it's only got a rubbish, it's a Asus ProArt version. The cooler is not the best. Again, it's a small form factor because it's an ITX build. And it does struggle to dissipate the heat. It does get quite hot, so it runs a lot hotter than what this 5070 Ti does. But that was the best score I've got on Steel Nomad, 6959. So 50 points higher pretty much than the one on the 5070 Ti. But you can see the best Port Royal score I've got is 19334. So we're almost 1,000 points behind. Now, I don't know what's going on. Again, like I say, it is getting hot, so it is getting up to like 70, 80 degrees, I think, by the end of the run. But the ventilation on that system's not as good as what it is on. Like, basically, the 5070 is in an open, sort of an open bench, sort of. It's not, but yeah, the cooling is a lot better. I might show you at some point. But yeah, I'm just disappointed. Let's have a look. Yeah. So you can see during the test there, so the power limited. But you can see it's floating around 90%. Why is it not taking it all the way to 100? Look, max TDP, 97.6. I don't know why. I don't know if it's a driver thing or what, but from sort of past experience with the power cap, you'll find it will still go above 100%, but then obviously it'll downclock it or reduce the voltage to dip it back down underneath that threshold. But this just solidly keeps it below the 100%. Now, I'm not. I don't know. Is that something to do with the power delivery? I don't know. Surely there's headroom there. But like again with the 4080 Super, it's it's set even when you set it at 100%. I think it only goes up to 110%. But if you set it either at 100 or 110, whatever the max is within Afterburner, it will still maybe go to like sort of 111 maybe before it gets pulled back down, and then it sort of like bounces. So unless like I don't know, the power delivery circuitry can act a lot quicker, but I don't think that's the case at all. I just think they've been a little bit, yeah, a bit more careful with actually the power delivery, and it's probably to do with the 5080 being so sort of relatively close to it in performance. I'm waiting for someone to do like a shunt mod or something on it to give it that extra sort of 10% headroom or whatever to see what kind of difference it makes with the like I say, it runs super cool. Like I've just got it on a standard fan profile at the minute, so it's 0%. But you can see when it was running, and this is like ambient at like 20 degrees at the minute. So it got up to like 70 degrees. It was still obviously climbing, but the run came to an end. But it will stabilize around 75 before it goes. But yeah, let me know anyway what you guys think, and if you want to see more videos like this or want me to test other games or something, let me know. Cheers.